Biha. Biha. RVDha says Nalfariha, Ranasdiha, Diha, welcome to the stream. Perfectly timed. 1 minute before 10 p.m. You just got chicken and rice. That's perfect. You're ready for the Rielle Tech Talk. I'm gonna try to keep today's Tech Talk brief. Still pretty... I still haven't seen it. Any of the Minecraft movie clips. I don't know if I'll ever check it out. Chicken jokida! We should do a drinking watch along. But the Japanese dub only. I think I could spend my 2 hours better than that, but maybe I'm just wrong and I just don't know how great Minecraft movie is. Easy? What's easy? 2 hours of... I mean, yes. I can definitely think of better things to do in 2 hours. And Night Rain would be, indeed, one of them. Only 2 hours? I need like 5. I still haven't beaten... Everdark Libra. That fight is just pure suffering. And I'm so mad. I'm gonna go with the cheesiest build ever. Yeah, I'm getting madness in real life trying to beat that stupid thing. Gotta do all raiders sometimes. I don't know if even all raiders gonna do it. Iron Eye, maybe. Apparently one of his builds. So a small spoiler, major spoiler, for Everdark Libra fight, hard mode Libra fight, is that it summons player characters as enemies, or like AI controlled player characters as enemies. And apparently one of the builds that Iron Eye uses is like really dumb. So maybe Iron Eye, and roll the dice for stupid Iron Eye build. Shiny Bitty Ha. Yeah. Anyway, why don't we start with a feel-good story? Wait, sorry, those don't exist in 2025. Feel-good stories don't exist in 2025. My bad. Just a sec. Yeah, I was streaming and then my relative came and gave me tiramisu. So I'm gonna be having tiramisu while doing tech talk, I guess. No, it wasn't a Big Mac. Nom nom nom. I think this has a little bit of a Kahlua in it. So I'm technically drinking. It's like I'm eating this Rielle for real. Yeah, getting your OL experience. Anyway. Don't inhale the cocoa powder. I will try not to. It does have a lot of cocoa powder on it. So the first story I wanted to start with was this feel-good story. Ahem. Ahem. Let me see how my Nihongo is. RTA in Japan における任天堂株式会社のゲームの利用に関するお知らせ about Nintendo corporations games used in RTA in Japan events. Nintendo is claiming unauthorized use of their games. So RTA in Japan are not able to use Nintendo games, at least this summer, during this summer's event. Because God forbid, a charity event funding Doctors Without Frontier display Nintendo games or have Nintendo games be part of its rotation. That would be horrible. That would be like a terrible ruining of the Nintendo brand image. Just, how could they? Anyway, in the future, RTA in Japan will have to get approval for each game for each event if they want to use it during their event. Nintendo is horrible, news at 11. Yeah. I think it's this bit here. RTA in Japan has previously used Nintendo games, but on June 13, 2025, Nintendo Corporation Limited pointed out that our organization's use of Nintendo games require prior permission from the corporation, and that our organization's previous use of Nintendo games has not been authorized and constitutes unauthorized use. RTA in Japan wishes to continue using Nintendo games and has begun discussions with Nintendo Corporation regarding authorization. Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. Everyone's like, I can't believe I'm opening my wallet for this. I can't believe I'm ordering this trash looking Pokemon game. Nothing changes. Yeah. And this bit is why they're not using it this summer. As of now, the decision has been made that RTA in Japan will submit individual license applications to Nintendo Corporation for each event and game. However, for Japan Summer 2025, we were unable to clearly determine how to handle this at the time the participating games were announced. So we have decided to not use Nintendo games. That was some fine tiramisu. Sadly, I've outgrown Nintendo already, what with their recent hijinks. Which one? The one where they sue creators of emulators for bazillions? Anyway, that was news number 1, a feel-good story about humanity. Another feel-good story, right here. AMD launched Radeon RX 7400 designed for advanced gaming with 43-watt GPU. The Radeon RX 7400 desktop graphics card is designed for advanced gaming and streaming experiences at 1080p. So yeah, 28 compute units, 1792 stream processors, up to 43 whopping watts. And for comparison, here is RX 7600. It's actually not that much smaller than 7600 in terms of like transistors. I believe it's also a Navi 33, because Navi 33 has 13.3 million transistors. The 7400 also has 13.3 billion transistors. Is this faster or slower than Ryzen Max? It's slower. Ryzen Max is a 7600, I believe. It's full Navi 33. I mean, okay, it's the same silicon, just more stuff disabled. And at lower, probably similar power use, honestly. I don't know what VRAM it's using. Eight GB of GDDR6, so it'll be fine. It might actually perform on par with Ryzen Max. But I think it's a gross over marketing to call it advanced gaming and streaming experiences at 1080p. Yeah. We must cut down the chips further. GeForce RTX 5050? Hell yeah. Speaking of, Strix Halo. Strix Halo tablet. OneXPlayer, a sub-brand of One Netbook, announced a new gaming tablet equipped with the Ryzen AI Max Plus 395. This flagship APU features 16 Zen 5 cores and Radeon 8060S graphics with 40 RDNA 3.5 compute units. Oh wait! 40 compute units. Okay, so Ryzen Max is a bigger chip. 40 versus 32 on Navi 33. But I think the performance is similar due to like form factor and RAM limitation. GDDR6 versus LPDDR5X, I think. Let's see. Yeah, LPDDR5X. I don't know how they're keeping that thing cool. 120 watts? I mean, obviously it's not going to be running at 120 watts the entire time, but... in this form factor... What? My Surface Pro, the original, Surface Pro 1, had like 15 watt chip or something. And even that wasn't like super easy to dissipate in a tablet form factor. I think the sweet spot for Ryzen Max is 60 to 80 watts. Yeah, probably. On a gaming workload, the CPU would sit at like 20-30 watts. So everything else going to the GPU, say 50-60 watts. That's about half of what 7600 runs at, I think. Maybe close to 1/3. But, I mean, that should be pretty good. Lower clocks. Better binning. That's pretty cool though, 83.5 watt hour battery. So if it's running at 60, actually that's only gonna last like an hour if it's running at 60 watts. It was a battery conversion efficiency of like 90-something%. Just over an hour. Oh yeah, pretty cool what they're doing with Ryzen Max. Speaking of hardware that should just die, AMD Ryzen 5000 X3D, not quite dead yet. Ryzen 5500 X3D, which I assume is a nerfed version of the 5600 X3D that was a Micro Center exclusive mostly. Yeah, it's 5600 X3D with slower clock speeds. That's kind of sad, honestly. Let's see. The first Ryzen 5000 launched in 2020. The 5900 and the 5950X. 5 years later, we were getting 5500 X3D. Honestly, I think the production for X3D Zen 3 X3D chips is over, and AMD are just using the dies that did not make the cut for 5600 X3D. And they're like, okay, these chips are clocking too slow. Let's just sell them as 5500 X3D. And people will pay a lot for these anyway, because 5600 X3D is going to be out of stock. Aha. Intel! Where's Intel? I need Intel here. You know. Put AMD back in its place. Weird to see new chips with advanced packaging hitting the bargain segment. Well, honestly, it probably is exactly what I said. These are chips that most likely did not make the cut for 5600 X3D. Which themselves did not make the cut to be the 8-core, 58 and 5700 X3D. So these are just binned CPUs. Intel.
Exclusive Intel struggle.
This level 1 tech story covers it. The rotors. I wanted the original link though. Rotors. Yes, where's Intel when we need them? Exclusive. Intel struggles with key manufacturing process for next PC chips. Sources say. The production process that Intel hoped would pave the way to winning manufacturing deals, restore its edge in churning out high-end, high-margin chips, is facing a big hurdle on quality as it puts newer technologies to the test. 2 people briefed on the matter told Reuters. For months, Intel has promised investors it would increase manufacturing using a process called 18A. It spent billions of dollars developing 18A, including the construction or upgrades of several factories, with the goal of challenging Taiwan's chip-making heavyweight TSMC. Summary: Intel's 18A yield for Panther Lake chips and Nova Lake remain low. Timeline and newer tech risk failure likened to Hail Mary effort. Intel CFO optimistic about improvement by year-end. They should stitch them into some cursed 3 CCD chiplet designed with 18 cores. that would be so cursed. I don't even know if their IO dies can handle that. They would need like one of their epic IO dies. Because I don't think Ryzen IO dies can even handle like more than 2 CCDs. Or epic and Threadripper IO dies, I guess. And at that point, your substrate's gonna be so big, or it's going to need to be bigger that it won't fit on AM4. Harvest a bin server chiplet. I mean, I guess they could release it as like a Frankenstein Threadripper or epic chip. Panther Lake is supposedly fully on track. Crossing fingers, because Zen 6 is gonna be super expensive without Intel competition. Well, okay, not Panther Lake, but Nova Lake. Nova Lake is the next-gen desktop Intel chip. Supposedly up to 16 P cores, which will be glorious. It's time Intel moved from 8 P core, and AMD moved from 8 CPUs for 8 cores per chiplet. Zen 6 is supposed to have 12 cores per chiplet. But was Intel struggling so much? I wouldn't be surprised if AMD are like, do we really need more than 8 cores per chiplet? Our current 8 cores are kicking their top end. Or, sorry, our current 8x2 core CPUs are kicking their top end with, I don't know, 24 E-cores or whatever the heck they have. By the way, I sent you an Economist article. GIF link via Discord about Intel and Trump's meddling. It's mostly speculation. Economist is written for investors. But the first few paragraphs describe Trump's change of heart. Oh, about Intel CEO must resign immediately or whatever. Let's check out the link. Or I will read it in the background and summarize it. So the economists don't send me an angry legal letter or something. What might Trumpian meddling mean for Intel? I don't know if they're like that. Okay, well. Don't tell The Economist. When Liputan was summoned to the White House on Monday, he was ostensibly there to explain his investments in Chinese startups after a meeting with Donald Trump, who just a few days ago earlier had called for the boss of Intel to resign, was full of praise for his amazing story. Mr. Tan has kept his job, but he probably had not reckoned on gaining a co-CEO. Mr. Trump is now reported to be considering an investment in the chip maker on behalf of America's government. Intel, whose shares have jumped by 10% in response to the news of a potential bailout, is in a funk. Demand for its old chips is waning. Mr. Tan, who took over in March, has indicated that the company will not invest further in its advanced 14A manufacturing process until it finds customers willing to pay it to make chips for them using the technology. All leading-edge fabs are national champions. It's just what it takes. That's the end of the article's hard info. Okay. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how this is gonna turn out. This is actually like fresh news. On one hand, just purely stock prices. Yeah. So Liputan having dinner with Trump or whatever was in the news for a bit. I was not aware that there was a potential talk about government investment. Let's see how Intel stock prices has changed. It went from a value of $19.31 on August 3rd. That's like the lowest point. And right now it's sitting at $24.49. Approximately like 23% increase over the week. 2 weeks. Interesting. But you know, these things are like... That man is so fickle. How's Tesla doing right now? after the love affair ended. I actually don't know. Finance.yahoo. Okay, it's recovered a bit since May. Quite a bit since May. Peaked in December at around $470-$80. Currently $330. 2025 low was in, what is this, May? Don't know exactly how much. Tesla is still a meme stock. Doge, but slightly less meme. Listening, Niha. Anyway, yeah, I would be very interested in seeing how this turns out. However, I sold, let's see if that went through. No, it's still pending. It hasn't been sold yet. Oh, because the market's closed, yeah. I put in a sale for my... How many percent is this? 44.4% of my Intel stock after seeing the price go up, so... I'll be keeping the rest of 56%, but we'll see how it goes. I hope they bounce back and just really come back. Cause Zen 6 is gonna need some competition. AMD are in need of a serious CPU competition again. 그 한국어로 번역하자면은 그 트럼프 대통령이 인텔 CEO 최고 경영자 당장 퇴직해야 한다라고 한 다음에 최고 경영자 CEO인 리프탄이 트럼프 대통령과 같이 미팅을 한 후 트럼프가 리프탄이 어메이징하다고 최고 경영직 안 내려놔도 된다고, 그리고 아마도 이제 미국이 인텔에 다시 한번 그 인베스트먼트 투자를 할 수도 있다고. But What Intel... I don't know. It is... What Intel need... Funding, government funding. What did they do after the $8 billion they received through CHIPS Act? They cancelled Germany and Poland, I think. They cancelled a whole bunch of their foundry projects. I don't know. They fired a whole bunch of manufacturing jobs. Which is like specifically against CHIPS Act. They could try to take the funding away and then maybe he won't now. I thought Intel already received that. Or I guess it's not like a one-time payment of money of that sum. Something to the effect, Pat Gelsinger was burning way too much money. Now those chickens are coming home to roost. I still don't know what Tan's game plan is. I'd like to think he's stripping Intel down to what's necessary for 18A for survival reasons. Brutal, but hopefully it works. Intel job cuts. Intel confirmed mass layoffs. Over 24,000 jobs to be cut this year. Intel hoped to have just 75,000 core employees by year end, which is about a fourth fewer than what it had at the end of 2024. The company planned to trim 50% of its global workforce last quarter, and in its latest earnings report, it has confirmed that a majority of those cuts have already been initiated. Some of those cuts have reportedly been impacted workers at Folsom and Santa Clara units in California, as well as Hillsboro and Aloha in Oregon. Other impacted sites include Arizona, Texas, and Israel. Intel are not stopping there. By the end of this year, they hope to have only 75,000 core employees, according to The Verge. The company had 99,500 core employees at the end of 2024. While the restructuring will cost Intel $1.9 billion, the company is taking a few other measures to reduce overall expenses. At least they're not killing the GPU, I've read. I mean, even for consumer DGPU, the market is like what, $10 billion? And there are just 2 competitors right now? And we have like a viable product? And we're not gonna bother with a future release? I'm shrugging very hard right now. You might not be able to see my hands, but I'm shrugging very hard. And then yes, there's the AI stuff too. Speaking of AI, Intel Arc B60, the custom dual variant of it, was 48GB of memory and 2 GPUs on a single board. Will cost you $1,200 US. 2 of those, $2,400 US, and you have 96GB of VRAM. It'll be nowhere as fast as an RTX Pro 6000. However, you will have as much VRAM. If you don't require too much computation and what you want is a lot of VRAM, then there you go. It'll cost you only like a third, a quarter of an RTX 6000 Pro Blackwell, whatever the actual name is, because they keep on calling their stuff RTX 6000. They, I mean Nvidia. And yeah, apparently shipping soon. I'm kind of curious to hear about how these turn out. The biggest problem was dual GPU solution for consumer uses was that they created too much frame pacing issues, but it doesn't matter for AI. Could be pretty good. And Intel are also completing Battle Matrix. The name RTX 6000 won't age well when they release RTX 6050 6GB Battle Matrix. No. Intel shares update on Project Battle Matrix first stable version of LLM scalar container released. Intel has released a new software update for Project Battle Matrix, adding the first stable version of LLM scalar container. This Linux-based package is designed to speed up AI inference on Intel Arc Battlemage GPUs, with support for multi-GPU scaling, faster PCIe data transfers, and features for enterprise like ECC, SRIOV, telemetry, and remote firmware updates. RTX 6100 64GB TI Super. Sorry, TI Super. X3D Dual Max Ultra Pro. Oh, let's do our seasonal checkup on how FSR4 is doing. This large language model talk also reminds me that OpenAI released an open weight version of ChatGPT 4 a few days ago. Chat, is that better than DeepSeek? Chat, is this real? FSR4 is a PS5 of being in games. What happened to that forum write-up by AMD? Is that page no longer available? Because I don't want to manually count it, but I guess I have to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20. 80 minus 3. So 77. No Unreal Engine plugin yet. Floodgates closed. Let's see. Let's check out some popular games from this year. Clay Upskill, Expedition 33. I don't see it. Doom the Dark Ages. Not seeing it. Night Rain? Of course not, but that's more like a FromSoft problem. What else? What else? Space Marine 2's in there. Oblivion Remastered is in there. Oh, apparently the studio behind Oblivion Remastered is having trouble paying its employees because supposedly their deal with the Bethesda was not like a royalty-based, but more like one-time payment. So despite the success of the game, despite the amount of effort they put into the game, I'm laughing, but I shouldn't be. They are not getting paid that much, so yeah, rip them, I guess. Let's see if I can find the source. Oblivion Remaster. Layoffs. Comic book. Another studio conducts mass layoffs following a big success. Okay, what's even a good news site nowadays? Where should I click? Who deserves my click? I get my news from the most reputable source, the Rielle VT Discord. I don't know if RPS is any good nowadays, but here we go. Oblivion Remastered developer Virtuos are reportedly planning layoffs with 300 workers at risk. July 17th. Virtuos have confirmed they've made layoffs in a statement issued to Eurogamer. Okay, let's read that. Studio behind Oblivion Remastered, one of 2025's biggest hits, subject to mass layoffs. Virtuos has confirmed a restructure at the company with Eurogamer. In a statement, a Virtuos spokesperson said these layoffs affected around 7% of staff, primarily in teams facing lower occupancy and slower demand due to structural shifts in the industry. Around 200 roles in Asia have been impacted, while 70 roles in Europe were also eliminated. The company spokesperson said those 70 in Europe, fewer than 10 more in France, where the core team working on Oblivion Remastered is located. Okay, so with all these layoffs, I just kind of accept that I'm doomed for unemployment. But what do you mean AI is gonna create jobs? Yeah. It's gonna be great. Virtuos is said to have made significant efforts on Oblivion with a policy of overspending on quality and a royalty-free contract without bonuses tied to the game's success. Andrews wrote via machine translation, the result? Teams put under severe strain for a purely showcase game, whose profitability is doomed to be questioned. That's kind of funny machine translation. The company reportedly put a freeze on raises and a reduction on bonuses back in February of this year. This move led to questions regarding layoffs from staff to Virtuos' management. As a result, Andrews said, a strike is taking place at Virtuos Lyon, which will protest the layoffs and aim to protect the future capacity of the branch. If they're winding down from Oblivion Remastered by firing, that kind of suggests they don't have another project to reassign all those people to, but I don't know. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I didn't play the game because GPU issues, but it seemed like it was pretty well received. These remasters are weird because it's probably mostly art staff in Asia and a handful of engineers, and maybe a UI guy. Also, okay, so apparently, where it says around 200 roles in Asia have been impacted, while 70 roles in Europe were also eliminated. The company spokesperson said of those 70 in Europe, fewer than 10 were in France, where the core team working on Oblivion Remastered is located. So I suppose a non-core team working on Oblivion Remastered, say the non-engineers, maybe the engineers are located in Lyon. And then those art staff members are located in Asia, yeah. I don't know. Surely they could have just made them remaster Skyrim for the 19th time. But why even bother? There are so many good community face clear remasters of that game. I hate to say it, but I would totally play a similar Morrowind remastered or Fallout 3 remastered. Wow, viral marketing working? Battlefield 6 on track to do the best Battlefield has ever done and pass 1 million in Steam pre-orders. How much is it? I'm probably not gonna play Battlefield 6 at launch. Just gonna wait till it's on sale for like 70% so that I can just do the campaign. KCD2 is notable. KCD. KCD. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, that was in fact a big game this year, supported. Stalker 2. The Last of Us, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, supporting some games. Definitely nowhere near DLSS support level. Certainly not supported in Battlefield 6. What other fun and exciting tech news did I hear? I guess we could briefly mention the 5090D V2. 5090 Chinese edition with VRAM cut down even further. Or not even further, VRAM cut down. Drumroll please, it's selling at the same price as the non-cut down version, yay! Oh yeah, AMD are also doing 9060 non-XT. Compared to 9060... XT, it's what? 7% or 6% slower? Some percent of that goes to US Gov. I guess? You mean the 5090D V2? Yeah, probably, I guess. Looks to be on par to 5060. Alright, yeah. So Nvidia and AMD are allowed to sell AI chips, I think. I think that is part of the deal. They're now allowed to sell AI chips, however they have to pay 15% from their Chinese sale to the US government. Yeah, I don't know what the right play for US would be. Cause what's the word I'm looking for? Hardware ban or not, the Chinese people in need of Nvidia cards are getting their hands on Nvidia cards regardless. GN recently did a... No, I think they're... Wait. Yeah, they're releasing their quote-unquote movie on YouTube soon, I think. On their investigation into Nvidia black market in China. But it's already been known for so long. If you go onto like Korean forums, a lot of people are like, yeah, these Korean stocks are just getting mass bought up by Chinese people and just getting shipped to China. Before Korean customers even have a chance to get their hands on them. So yeah, is a best play if the US wants to slow down the Chinese AI technology sector. I don't know, is the best way to profit from that or to completely try to curb that? Completely curbing that will not happen probably, so may as well profit from it. Boy, oh boy, I cannot wait to see race trace some graphics. Bro, we are inside a Chinese AI farm. One RTX 5090 with Korean warranty to another RTX 5090 with a Korean warranty. I mean, don't believe everything you see on the internet, but I've seen photos of Chinese stores selling Chinese stores selling 5090s with Korean warranty stickers on them. "5 years, limited warranty." By the way, Korea has some crazy good hardware warranty. Lots of GPUs come with 3 years. Some even have up to 5 years. Or 5090s off to go crunching tokens to argue on a bot on Twitter. Anyway, let's take a look at what's on the Tech Talk suggestion channel. Yes, thanks RVE. AMD Ryzen CPU with dual X3D chiplets is reportedly fake and does not exist. So there were rumors that a 9950 X3D dual or something along that line with X3D cache on both chiplets is coming out, but apparently it's fake. This very reputable Chinese account says fake, there's no such thing. I mean, wouldn't dual X3Ds be limited by the interconnection, Infinity Fabric, or whatever they call it? Yeah, I don't know how it would be, because it does not exist yet. Well, I think it exists on server side, but I don't know if they've ever done gaming testing. Oh yeah, and we were also talking about the Donald Trump Intel shenanigan. So Intel stocks did drop after Trump calling Liputin to resign. And then after that, it rose by about 25%. I wonder if anyone serving in Donald Trump financial interest bought any Intel stock after that drop and is sitting on a cozy 25% increase. I wonder. They ran out of Coke money and had to manipulate some stocks to keep the market. LVT is just waiting for his golden parachute right now. Surely Intel Ohio will open and I can become employed. Surely it won't be pushed back till like 2032. I wish you the best of luck. I'm sending you good vibes so you can get employed. If you do get employed, make sure to come Dono. Because I'm sending you good vibes. Rielle ripping off any members? Ahem. Rielle ripping off anything that moves? Say it ain't so. No joke, read that letter from LVT right after I did my uni training with Intel. Oh no. Should have prayed for Papa Pat. Papa's here. Papa's not here anymore. LVT would never make funny moments like that. The man is too boring. Honestly, I think we should rate how... No, that's a bad idea. I was about to say we should rate how well CEOs have performed their duties by seeing how entertaining they are, but we already have a very bad example of that. So yeah, no. Patty G would have gotten Intel to 99% market share. Should have let him cook. We are Patty G's #1 fan right here. Right here on Rielle VT. Anything else interesting on WCCF before I call it a night? Azra Creator Radeon AI Pro R9700 listed on Newegg for $1329. What is this? 97 XT with more VRAM and data center what's it? Driver, server driver, web workstation driver. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about this one. Noctua Edition 5080. It'll only cost you $1,500. 50% over the MSRP. It's gonna require 4 slots in your computer. Hope you have some PCIe slots. That's cause that's a fat boy. It's also 319 millimeters long and 155 millimeters tall. Thicker! Look how puny that PCIe slot looks. Also, I do not understand why they did not opt for triple slot. This is the exact kind of design that requires 3 slots of PCI bracket for mounting. Remember when a GTX Titan was like $999 MSRP? The good old days. HP Omen pre-build, sure. Now, on the plus side, this actually does run cool. In fact, it's the best 5080 on the market. Running even cooler than the Vanguard, the Vulcan, the Supreme, the Astral. Lower the better. So across all TDP, it reaches the lowest GPU temperature. Or not TDP, GPU power use, or package power, I guess. Board power. And overclocks the best too. Over 5% faster. Sorry, 4% faster than Founders Edition. Yay. Reminder that 5080 Super with 24 GB of VRAM is coming out at the end of this year, and you should absolutely not buy a 5080 for $1,500 right now. So what's the Omen? Link, please. Link it in Tech Talk suggestions. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the Battlefield 6 performance. "4K Ultra." The game's actually runs very well because it doesn't have any ray tracing. It's kind of sad that the game doesn't have ray tracing when Battlefield 5 looks so good. We'll look at that afterwards. So the minimum GPU you need in order to hit comfy 60 FPS gameplay is the 7800 XT. And probably you want to step up to the 4070 Ti if you want to run 4K locked 60 FPS. Now, if you're willing to use upscaling, the 4K requirement is a lot lower. The 9070 XT, which gets on 4K Ultra, gets 97 FPS, gets around 152 FPS on FSR balanced. So you're getting some pretty good gameplay experience from 9070 XT at 4K Ultra. Turn down a couple of settings, drop down to performance, you're hitting 240 FPS. Anyway, let's look at this HP Omen. Patented cooling, extreme performance, 45-liter desktop PC, extreme power from the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. Wow, imagine mating a 5090 to a Ultra 9. Imagine. I would rather have a 14900K for gaming. Up to Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. Ah! Bruh. Kingston Fury 64GB DDR5 5600 mega transfers. Why do they always put in the worst RAM known to man? So, I actually have this exact kit. Well, I don't know if it's the exact kit. Mine does not have the RGB heatsink, but it's probably the same Hynix M die. I do have the Kingston Fury 64GB 5600 kit without the RGB. And it's fine. It was cheap. The problem is, the Arrow Lake Core Ultra 9 is supposed to benefit, or not supposed to, it does hugely benefit from higher DRAM speed. It scales very well up to like DDR8000. Now, mating a 5090 to a 285K, that is limited by a 5600 mega transfer kit. Yeah, that is peak pre-built incompetence. Now let's take a look at the GPU. That's a micro ATX, okay. What is it about the GPU that you wanted me to check out? The shroud covering up the fin stack here, or that it's thick. You know, it only looks thick because it's on an MATX board. This is actually a 3-slot The image you posted in chat. I guess this was not the 5090 then. That's the one I see in Micro Center. The entire length is FinStacks. I mean, it's fine. This is actually still thinner. This looks like about 3.5 slots. Also, this is definitely not the 3cm bending radius or whatever the heck that PCI SIG recommends for 16 pin. Is that even 16 pin? 16 pin. Why does it only have 5 pins at the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a proprietary power cable? I don't know. I don't know what that cable is. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top row. I'm guessing the sense pins are hidden here. It's like, whatever. If they wanted to design a compact case, I don't know what this area is for. Because the case is not quite big enough to fit a full-size ATX. I don't think this can handle 3 more PCI slots. Actually, no, it does have 3 more PCI brackets. 1, 2, 3. So it's a case designed for ATX size. They have an MATX in there. Don't you know the new 12V 2x5 designed to make you buy a new power supply every 2 years? Anyway, before we end the stream, why don't we do some PC part picking? We haven't done that in ages. Let's try a Korean one. I don't know if that's the right address. It is the right address. pping.kr. Let's do some PC part picking. Do a build with all Korean Japanese parts. I don't even know if that's possible. I am not aware of any Korean motherboard manufacturer. Nor GPU. Give us the budget strategy per KRJP build, when possible. I can try, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Unless you can get an Exynos board. Exynos ITX board, yeah. Oh, actually, I do know of Korean motherboard manufacturer. I think it's called Odroid, Zero Droid. Yeah, Odroid. Also, is this your build, RV? I am human. Ah, yes, the Dan H2O Enjoyer. If you go to the Dan H2O, you can actually see my review. Somewhere. Right there. Yeah, so let's see what you have. Founders Edition 5090. Currently has 3060 Ti in there. 2 SSDs, 2 terabytes each. That's funny, we were just talking about Kingston Fury, and you have the sodium version. I'm pretty sure in my build I do have the... Yeah, see, I do have the Kingston Fury listed here. $6,000 stable, 6,400 unstable. Sounds like Ryzen issues. And this was for your DDR5, right? Your SODIMMs. I like how your build costs $1,666, and the unlisted GPU here by itself costs more than the entire build. Even if you got it MSRP. Secret item. Alright, thanks for sharing your build with us. Yeah, chat, if you ever do a build in the future, do share, because I love looking at these. You don't have, like, photos of it on here, do you? I know you posted some on Discord. Also, I got all of these for, like, 800 bucks. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. No pics yet. Okay. Next time we do PC part picking, do share the photos. Anyway, Odroid is a Korean manufacturer of ARM Mobos. And they have some, I don't know, acceptable Mobos. See, they have a rock chip. And you can see Republic of Korea here. Made in Korea. Odroid is great for building NASes. That's why I got interested in them, but according to Koreans, apparently they're kind of overpriced now and not that good. I don't know what Koreans are using, to be honest, but the West is still catching up. I just need some DDR3, and I'm too lazy to spend money on one. Hey, I have DDR3 sitting around. Shoot your offer. I'll put a little Rielle sticker on it. What is the most expensive thing they have? Rielle drinking or bust? Quad-core Cortex A73 big, A53 dual, small config. I can give you like $6 Danny's gift card for that DDR3. I don't think there are any Danny's nearby, so I'm gonna have to pass. Oh yeah, H4 Ultra, let's go. Oh hey, this actually has Intel in it. We could build an Intel gaming computer using Korean motherboard. Atom Gaming in 2025. Oh no wait, it actually has up to i3. Do any Korean brands offer waifu cards? I don't think so. I don't think there is any Korean GPU manufacturer. We can check. GPU. Be the first Korean waifu card. Alright. Lead Tech is Korean, but no, Lead Tech are not Korean. EM Tech is Korean though. But they only like rebrand stuff. They don't actually manufacture any. EM Tech, Miracle White. I think EM Tech are palette rebrands. Okay, nothing interesting. Who was it? I think Inno3D maybe had a waifu card. No, it was not Inno3D. Maybe it was Manly? Oh yeah, the Polar Fox. You too can have a Polar Fox waifu on your Chinese GPU. For a low price of 951, approximately Canadian dollars, I guess. KRWUSD. Korean prices include all taxes, by the way. Keep that in mind. $685 including taxes, so it's not horrible. But still over MSRP. Sure, why not? Let's do a waifu build using the 5070 Ti Polar Fox. Ooh, this one looks kind of nice too. Not a waifu card though. Yeah, pretty clean. But no, let's do the waifu build. Also, this website is loading so slowly. Suffering. Don't forget your waifu branded scented thermal paste. I think that's only sold in Japan. 7,500 for approximately like $150 including taxes. Or 78 XRD for not a bad price. Yeah, let's do a 78 XRD build. How much is that? So this is including tax. $323. So it's okay. Not a great price, but an okay price. And then motherboard. Korean company. I don't think any of these are Korean companies. Show me some AM5. I hate how the B650M-K is the most popular AM5 board. Because that's a bad board. 2 M.2 slots. Terrible VRM. Sure is cheap though. $126,000 or dollars. $90 including tax. $91 including tax. We're gonna go with the Ozrock. This is the board I have. Except I have the Wi-Fi version. I mean, okay, sure. How about we do like a Chinesium build? So we have the Manly GPU. We'll go with the colorful motherboard. I don't even know how this motherboard is, but we're gonna go with it. Price is pretty low. $99 including tax. Actually has a pretty beefy looking VRM heatsink for the price. Has 8 USB, that's a plus. I think the Gigabyte only has 6 USB. They say 12 phases on V-Core. Those are probably doubled 6 phase. But I mean, at 55 each, it should be fine for any AM5 CPU, honestly. As long as you get the GPU, or sorry, not the GPU, the BIOS update. Now, what I hate about this board is that the first slot is not the 16 by 16 slot. I hate boards that don't have the by 16 at the top. I hate them with a passion. Oh, you're gonna put in a gaming GPU on your second slot? Say goodbye to your 4 slot. And yeah, that's $50 more towards your CPU GPU, which would be a noticeable gain. That's why I never like when people spend too much money on their motherboard. You gotta min-max if you're on a budget. Memory, we're gonna go with SK Hynix SN Core. Nice and cheap. CL 36,000. Sure, that price looks pretty good. 141 or 32 gig. $100 including tax. Pretty good. SSD. $2 TB. Honestly, I feel like 2 TB is too small nowadays. But oh well. I got this when I went to Korea. Oh hey, there's a Korean brand, I think. Probably like a rebranded Chinese SSD. Okay, TLC for 147. That seems like a decent deal. People are like, oh, but the DRAM doesn't have the DRAM, but honestly, that doesn't really matter for most people. $1 million 4K random write IOPS. 700K 4K random read IOPS. Maybe we'll go with that. Why does this not read or list random read? 1400 TB warranty. You know, we'll spend $20 more, $15 more for this. Yeah. Ain't it like zero difference as long as you're not using a spinner? Yeah. Who was it? I think Hardware Unbox Hub recently did like an SSD testing, and they're like, yup, as long as you have a PCI 3 and up, NVMe SSD, you are solid on most categories, even if it's a QLC drive. Now, personally, I wouldn't go as slow as QLC. TLC PCI 3 up is what I would go for. Case, I think we might be able to do some Korean ones here, maybe. Micronix is Korean. Zalman is Korean. Dark Flash is Chinese. Zalman, Dark Flash, Micronix is Korean. I don't know what first player is, but that sounds like a Chinese name. Bravo Tech, I do not know. Probably Chinese. Apco is Korean. Now, I don't know how many of these Korean manufacturers actually just take Chinese cases and rename them, but probably a lot of them, but you know. SATA SSDs are pretty good too, but now they're actually kind of showing their age, so do try to stick to PCIe. Alright, what's at the top and what's Korean? This case is at the top and it's Korean. Come on, show me the photos. Okay, an ATX case was 120 at the back, 240 at the top, 360 at the front. Comes with 6 fans by default, that's kind of nice. Up to 325mm VGA, Video Graphic Accelerator, aka GPU. That's actually kind of small, I don't know what our card is. Our card is... Please load! $312mm. Actually, it'll fit. You know what? We're buying a white graphics card. Let's get a white case. Does this come in white? I spent a lot of time learning about multi-threading so I could speed up my game's asset streaming, sub-level initialization. It's a dungeon crawler that loads dungeon rooms on demand. Makes me realize how much of the loading is actually initialization rather than asset streaming from storage. Explain that like I'm 5. So we're just flipping a flag instead of, you know, loading the entire thing. Alright, let's put that in our build. Okay, what's next? Power. We want 850 watts. Gold and platinum. $850. Yeah, let's go with the Korean PSU. Wait, Super Flower barely costs anything more. Of course I'll go with the Super Flower in that case. I don't remember if LEDX3 is any good though. How good's Letix 3? Cybernetics. It depends on the game and how static it is. In my game, each room has to be configured with different exits and obstacles. A lot of time is spent initializing the nav meshes, which is a structure that allows the AI to pathfind and other systems to find valid surfaces. It also has to register tons of level objects into the engine. There's a lot of stuff happening in the background. Adding and removing game objects to a level can be heavy depending on how you're doing it. Even stuff like allocating, deallocating memory. Can you explain that in McDonald's terms? Okay, Super Flower. I hate how you can't search the manufacturer. Eris, if you're listening, please add a search function to your filters. 850. Letix 3 are generally about 94%. Letix 7... Oh, Letix 7s are plat. I see. I see, so that's the difference. Oh, we can just settle for a gold. Wait, 80 plus gold, but it's... interesting. Letix 7 appears to be the more expensive design, for sure. We'll just go with the 3. Alright, last we need a CPU, heatsink fan, thermal right, good old thermal right. Yeah, sure, a white peerless assassin. Boom, and we're done. A cool $2,000. Sorry, $1,770 including tax. But this is like the lowest pricing found at each retailer. So if you're just buying from one retailer, it's more expensive. We're probably looking at like $1,850 after shipping. Even when the frozen patties arrive at the restaurant, you have to hire staff and buy equipment to allocate it to produce the burgers. So even if you speed up the delivery trucks, your bottleneck might be the restaurant operations. Wait, but what if the patties are fresh, never frozen, like Wendy's? Then you're speeding up a certain process there. 뭐 어쨌든 250만원짜리 게이밍 컴퓨터 만들고 싶으시면 이거 보고 만드시면 됩니다. If you want to build a 2.5 million Korean won computer, you can refer to this. This is a very solid build for 25 million Korean won. Do not buy the 5080, by the way, please, 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 please do not buy the 5080. How much is this actually? How much is a GPU? Are we overpaying? We're probably overpaying. $958 after tax, so like 900. MSRP is $750. We're definitely overpaying. But it's a waifu card. $150 waifu tax. Will you say no to her? How can you say no to her? Rielle says to not buy a 5080, so I'll go buy a 5060 Ti 8GB. I'm having physical pain right now. 5060 Ti 8GB might be loathed. Anyway, that's it for the stream, guys. The summer 2025 Real Tech Talk. GG. Honestly, I was gonna pick up more articles, but I spent too much time looking up the first news, the RTA in Japan one. I had trouble finding out if they're actually like a charity focused event. And yes, they are. Somewhere, it's listed somewhere. I hear. Charity Saki, Médecins Sans Frontières. The event ended. I was about to say you can raid them. Oh, were they actually doing it just now? Oh my god! August 15th, they were. That's funny. Not just now, I guess, but like yesterday, probably. Yeah, anyway. GG, thanks for coming to the stream. And let's go to Hex. Let's go to Hex. Go watch jiggly hind muscle and fat. Viva, Diva, Shawty B Diva, Rhinus Diva, RV Diva. 와주셔서 감사합니다. 레이드는 니케 하고 있는 헥스한테 가겠습니다. 라드리바 뿅! 뿅뿅뿅뿅뿅!